What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to... What's that? You can't see me? You must not be tuned into secret bases the way I am. Come on down here. Do you see me now? That's right, this is the Russo basement from the hit Disney Channel sitcom Wizards of Waverly Place. What's that? You ask why I'm here? There are so many different Disney Channel shows that have a secret base of sorts. A place that main characters can go to be away from the rest of the world, away from the people who aren't privy to the knowledge the main characters have. Or sometimes it's a place for kids just to get away from their parents. I thought it'd be a good idea to rank them based on vibes. Where would I want to hang out? Basically, where would I want to go to refresh, relax, and recoup from the horrors of being a semi-unemployed college student? Let's talk about it. And what's the method of judgment determining how well we can relax in each one of these secret bases, you ask? Easy. Can you smoke there? Can you light up a joint with your boys and girls? If it's the pinnacle of a smoking location, that's a 10 out of 10. If it's not really all that, 1 out of 10. And since we're already in the Russo basement, let's talk about that first. Looking around, I have to say, the vibes of this place are immaculate. If you're paranoid, this might not be the best place to be. I'm pretty sure there's hillbillies trapped in a mirror somewhere, like in an infinite void. So I think that could freak you out. There's a ton of spells and stuff and like weird little trinkets that could curse you, I believe. And if the Russos are there, especially Max or Alex, you're probably getting turned into something else, but I think it would make for a very unique experience. Now, a unique experience doesn't mean it's a good experience. However, in this case, it totally is. Look around, look how vintage it looks in here. It's like you're smoking in a thrift shop, and how often you get to do that. And you don't have to worry about anyone walking in on you besides the Russos themselves, because you're completely blocked off from the rest of the outside world. You have to enter this place through a sub-shop freezer and walk down and end up in a lair, and there's a mirror to another world, and you can call the wizard people and people can just like teleport in there. I think that if this was your secret base where you and your buddies after school go down here to smoke, I mean, you're gonna be entertained. Like, stuff is going to happen, things will go wrong. It's probably not the safest idea, but it's a fun idea, and that's what I like. This place gets a solid 7.5, maybe, I'll go 8 out of 10. No decimals. 8 out of 10. Don't bring your paranoid friends unless you want to see something kind of funny, because I think it would be kind of funny if you're not paranoid and they are, and they're all freaking out about the magic and stuff like that. And you're like, come on guys, it's just magic. It's just magic. We see this every day because we smoke in here every day. This is an 8 out of 10. So needless to say, I like this place, but it's important to note, I'm not going to do any recap on the lore or the plot or significant things inside each of these secret bases because I don't want to. I'll look up the base and then look at its Wikipedia, and that is my knowledge, except from what I remember. Just so we're clear. Alright, time for the next secret base, and this is where I introduce to you my most prized possession, my secret base finder. All you have to do is type the number you want, and when you press the equal sign, you're gonna teleport to the next base, let me tell ya. Needless to say, it works like a charm. Where are we now, you ask? Well, slam dunk, ready or not, I'm gonna show you what I got. Which is another secret base. We're in the Parker Tunnels. Now, the Parker Tunnels are a very interesting case because there's kind of 2 of them, depending on if you're in the California Live and Maddie or if you're in the original Live and Maddie. So these tunnels were built by Parker Rooney as just kind of a thing. He just wanted to build tunnels, which, I mean, honestly valid. And it ended up collapsing because of Joey, and then Parker got blamed for it for some stupid reason, but these tunnels were so cool. Now these tunnels, I wanted to live in them and be in them so bad when I was a kid, okay? The Russo basement, I always thought that was cool. I loved Wizards of Waverly Place, it was very cool. I like it, I think, more than Liv and Maddie, but the Parker tunnels cannot be denied, okay? Little like 12 or 13-year-old me wanted to be in these things and make them so bad. I wanted to build a tunnel from under my stairwell to the local high school for some reason. I wanted to do that. Did I? No. I built a cool volcano thing with Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, but it was like a kit. Like, it's not like I built it myself. It was like, you're supposed to do that with this kit. It was kind of cool though. So, That's something. But now it's time to actually review the Parker tunnels, and this is where things go completely awry. There's so much to consider with these tunnels, it's insane. First, they span everywhere. There's multiple sectors, there's tracking devices within the tunnels. All of the tunnels are being held up by one cookbook, and then later on an exercise ball and hedge clippers, which obviously does not go well. And that's the issue with the Parker tunnels, is that they're very easily destroyed. Like I said, there's 2 iterations, and both of them are weaker than you would want, especially the second one because it's made out of titanium. But for the first one, there's abandoned sectors, there's rats, I believe, inside of them. They're very dirty, but some of the spots are chill and nice, the parts that are frequented by Parker Rooney. So it used to be Parker Hollow. It was cool when it's Parker Hollow, then it turned into Karen County, I believe. And then after it was Karen County, Joey, I want to say, took the book away and then replaced it with an exercise ball and hedge clippers, and that book was holding up the entirety of the tunnels, at least the part near the Rooney household. And obviously, exercise ball, hedge clippers, not a good combo. It broke, causing the Rooneys to have to move to California, where Parker built a new set of Parker tunnels out of titanium and like titanium rods, and he built it under the ocean. And then one time I think he like punched it really hard and it broke, and then there was just water pouring into it. So then Maddie made him shut down the tunnels for good, if my memory serves. Number 1, the Parker tunnels are still sick. The first iteration, I think, is better. That one, as long as you're hanging out in Parker Hollow, is chill. You don't really have to worry about the book that much, as long as you're just not stupid. Joey and Karen were kind of stupid. Parker wasn't. If it was just Parker in those tunnels, it never would have collapsed. And they blamed Parker when Karen was also exploiting the tunnels and Joey was the catalyst for it falling. Parker did make the tunnel, so I'm not going to say he was completely innocent, but Karen and Joey both had stake in the game, okay? And Joey got in trouble, but Karen just punished both of them and didn't take any accountability, and I think that's messed up, personally. But those tunnels get a good, like, probably, honestly, 7 out of 10. I think the basement's probably cooler, more comfortable. If the basement didn't have magic, I would say the tunnel's cooler, just for the fact that it's like a tunnel that this kid built underneath his house that spans the entire town. Like, that's kind of sick. I don't know. So that's why I'm rating the Parker tunnels a good 7 out of 10 for the first version of them. The second version gets like maybe a 5 out of 10, just like average. I honestly wouldn't care that much. I think it's cooler like when it was more rustic looking and dirty, like I'm in right now, compared to the titanium ones, which like I can like teleport there real quick. Bland, stupid, lame, like cool in concept, but like very redundant. Parker's done this before and now it's just less cool looking. I don't know. Maybe innovate, Parker. Okay, I know the titanium's cool, but it broke just as easily. So I don't know. Back to the cool one. Also in the Parker tunnels, it's important to mention you could totally hotbox those things easy. Sitting in Parker Hollow, smoking with your friends has got to be an amazing experience. The titanium tunnels, if you just like close off some areas, like I think could be pretty sick as well. Way less comfortable. I think Parker Hollow is just better. I know I've said this, but it just is. So to bring the smoking into this, it's the vibes. It's the vibes of Parker Hollow. Way more immaculate. Now it's time for our third secret base. And let me tell you, this one's a doozy. We're going to dimension hop for this one. Disney Channel has some cool bases, it does. But if we bring in more universes, this gets way better in my opinion, because I wanted to talk about Max's basement from the Thundermans, because I think it's really cool. So we're doing that. Base number 3. What you see is not what you get, according to the Thundermans theme song. But in this case, it kind of is what you get, because what you get here is just like a cool secret base. There's really nothing more to it. It's secret from like all of the outsiders, because no one really knows the Thunderman's secret. Maybe they find out eventually, but the public doesn't know the Thunderman's secret. But all the Thundermans, like the family, just it's Max's room. It's not really a secret base, but like it totally is a secret base. You have to, there's a contraption that lifts and you go on a slide to get into it. It's a secret base. I'm sorry. And you land on his bed, which I think is always kind of gross because they go down there with shoes sometimes, and it's I hate shoes on beds. Those don't mix. Those don't mix at all. Not even just in my opinion. It is my opinion, but it's also just kind of objective. Don't wear your shoes on a bed. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Call me Ferris Bueller. Now this base is kind of cool because you just get the vibes of like a teenager's room, but with a bunch of evil villain contraptions and nefarious doodads, which I think is kind of sick. There's a lot of different inventions in here, and I don't know that it would be the best to have around. It depends on the kind of high your friends get. I know for me, when I smoke, maybe I'm a little bit more mellow. I don't think it really gets me that much, and believe me, I've tried, but I think I'm just kind of chill with it, to be honest. I think I'm just like too goated with the sauce, maybe? Probably, yeah. So if your friends are kind of weird when they smoke and get like, you know, I know some people like move and all that. If they mess with things or whatever, then could be bad. You could like freeze them. I think he has a freeze ray. Maybe I'm wrong. He has freeze breath. Maybe he doesn't need a freeze ray. I don't know. But he has a bunch of contraptions in there. I'm sure someone can get hurt. The slide thing is really cool though. I feel like, honestly, I get a headache on it like after like 3 times. So for me, this is just kind of a teenager's room because I'm not gonna mess with any of the inventions because out of fear, to be honest. Out of fear, I won't mess with them. So for me, I'm gonna be sitting on the bed and I'm gonna be smoking, and that's gonna be it. I think you could hotbox the slide, so that could be kind of fun, but only like 1 or 2 people tops. If you hotbox I was gonna rate it like a 5. That's still a 5. I was gonna say the hotboxing the slide could be kind of cool, but I feel like only once, and then you're like, all right, this is uncomfortable, and I have to like prop myself up in this slide. I don't want to do that more than once, but I would do it once. It's a 5. It's average. It's a teenager's bedroom. What more can you want? You know, you could want a lot more. There was a magic basement, and then a elaborate series of tunnels spanning the entire town. It was a high bar. The slide is cool. The slide is carrying hard right now. Regretfully now, it's almost time for our last stop. Let's go to spot number 4. Now I'm noticing something very different about this place. Before we were in TV shows of some sort. Now maybe they were Disney Channel shows the entire time because I couldn't think of any more. But this one's definitely not a show. I'm sensing more of a feature-length runtime kind of vibe from this place. And that's because we're on the roof from High School Musical. Is this a secret base? Nope. Is this a Disney show? It's a DCOM. But I honestly made this video just kind of from the dome without any script or anything, and I couldn't think of another secret base. KC Undercover doesn't have a base. I kind of thought it would. It just doesn't. Boy Meets World, no base. Zack and Cody, I mean, like, maybe, like, Irwin's, like, supply room, maybe. That's where Life on Deck, no base. There's no bases in a lot of shows. I kind of thought there would be more bases when I started making this video. I was like, alright, yeah, there's a lot of Disney Channel bases. I knew from the get-go I was going to do the basement from Wizards of Waverly Place, and I knew I was going to do the Parker tunnels. But honestly, those were the only 2 I kind of thought of, and I was like, I'll think of another one before it ends. And then I thought of the Nickelodeon one, and then I can't think of any more. This rooftop is nice, though. I do like it. I think that you could... I don't know if that's for smoking, to be honest. I don't think it really is. It's okay. This one's okay. This one gets like a 4 out of 10. You're at a high school. You're at risk of getting caught by staff and everything. It's okay. It's very pretty. I don't know if it's best for smoking, though. I think it's like a good hangout, eat lunch spot, like what they did in High School Musical, but like I don't think anything more. 3 out of 10, to be honest, for smoke. Yeah, 3 out of 10. The vibes are cool, but like I feel like there's better spots in the school, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of my thought on this one. Sorry to end anticlimactically, but I really can't think of any more. So if you guys have more ideas of things I should do, let me know. This video again was off the cuff and very sporadic and not put together well. I kind of just rambled and I didn't do it well. So I'm gonna try to savor this in editing and it's not going to work. Yeah, like and hashtag subscribe. Bouncy ball. Basketball, we love basketball. It's the best game that we play every day. Something, other things, pretty little basketball. My feet are so raw feet. The baby ostrich is cold and it makes you think that you know karate. Kicking your friends, don't kick them. I just want to say this is my dance here in the gym. This is my best dance and I can do this now. Walking around like, do it, yeah, nah. I'm gonna something and brush my teeth and then we make the shot. See you guys.